Kia ora. This detailed video for coaches will tell you everything you need to know about Part D of the NetballSmart Dynamic warm-up. Part D is vital. This part helps improve the movement skills that underpin the skill sets of netball. Don't miss it out. There are a number of key exercises and variations in this section. This is where you can start using coaching variation to achieve a similar outcome. For each exercise, we will talk you through the extensions, coaching cues, and how the exercises link back to the game. By having this knowledge, you're helping your players perform at their best and keeping them injury-free. Let's start. Jumping and landing is one of the most common movement patterns in netball. This section is vital and reinforces the important movement skills because our players run hard, jump high, and they stop fast. They jump, turn fully and land, but they need to build the skill to be able to do this in the game. It's extremely important to practice a variety of jumping and landing skills as many variations are seen in a game. The more we train and we prepare for jumping, the better we can cope with the demands, especially while under fatigue and pressure. Injuries often happen due to poor landing mechanics, so let's improve them. Jumping and landing. Use your coaching skill and imagination to mix things up, but ensure quality. This could include jump and land, jumping to receive a ball and landing strong, jumping, turning and landing, lateral prop and land on one leg, and broad jump and land. When your players are doing this, these are your coaching cues. Players should explode off the ground and land softly by bending their knees. Ensure they land with eyes and chest up. After all, they're looking at the ball and not the ground. Their hips need to push back on landing, like when sitting on a chair, and their knees need to be in line with their toes. Avoid their knees caving in, including on the lateral jump. Ensure athletes stick the landing and are stable and ready to deliver a great pass. Practice both double and single leg landings. There are 3 extensions to the jumping and landing piece. Firstly, try adding a ball between 2 players to the jump and land. Jump, turn and land is a vital skill in netball and needs to be practiced in the warm-up, as does the lateral prop and land, broad jump and land. And finally, netball is a contact sport. Players are contacted in the air. By adding a push from their partner, they are preparing for this and improving their landing under contact and pressure. Use the variety of options in this section, ensure quality, and link what you do in the warm-up to your training. Single leg movement and control underpins the dodge and change of direction on the court. This activity should be powerful and yet controlled on the last landing. When your players are doing this exercise, these are your coaching cues. Players drive into the first 2 bounds and then stick the last landing. Keep their eyes up, land balanced, ensure their knees aren't caving in and they land with a good knee bend. Ensure the movement is controlled and that the landing is soft. There are 2 variations to this exercise. Firstly, prop catch a ball and stick the landing. But as they catch a ball, ensure they maintain the quality of the movement. And secondly, ask them to do it backwards. This increases movement quality and control. Change of direction is vital. Improving the movement of the players helps them develop the necessary skill set so they can play the game well. This activity focuses on change of direction and dodging. When your players are doing this exercise, these are your coaching cues. Players take off strongly. Emphasize the plant of the outside leg to change direction, drive on 3 angles, and make each movement sharp. Ensure the players keep their head up and look down the court in anticipation of receiving the ball. One extension for this exercise is to vary the triangles the players are doing. You can get creative and mimic what happens on the court, but ensure quality. This activity can then be extended in your training by adding a ball, but make sure you are still focusing on the movement quality. Every time the player catches a ball or changes direction, they need to decelerate and stop. It's important to practice stopping as it's vital for the game. 95% of the time, a player stops when they receive a pass, even at a silver fern level. Make sure players are controlling their stop to avoid injury and improve performance. When your players are doing this exercise, these are your coaching cues. Encourage players to have their chest and eyes up, a strong run and a strong stop. Make sure their knees aren't caving in when stopping. Ensure the players stick the stop and are stable, and that they are ready to deliver a great pass. There are 3 extensions to this exercise. Firstly, vary the direction of running. Secondly, add a ball and players drive onto the ball, then stop. Again, this can be something you can take into your training, develop activity and skills that focus on the stopping skill. A good and stable stop increases the likelihood of a good pass. Thirdly, jump, push, land, take off, sprint and stop. And finally, this is an activity you can do in pairs to practice stopping, pivoting and passing. Now you are ready to progress into the next part of your training or your game. Ka mahi, coaches. That's the end of Part D. All the activity you have done so far is preparing your players for training or the game. It's also improving their movement skills, which is such an important part of netball. You now have the knowledge to help your team build strength, improve their on-court performance and decrease the injury risk. Check out the other detailed instructional videos for Part A, B and C of the NetballSmart Dynamic warm-up.
Download our free NetballSmart Dynamic booklet so you can have it courtside at your next training.